Okay, so what we have to, when we're starting out today, we're really into our space allocation right now. And we have this conference sort of assembly space over here where a lot of people, maybe 50 to 60 people, could gather and hear a talk or a lecture on things, because at these types of companies, there's often um, a lot of that goes on. So, and this isn't the biggest conference space in the world. We've got some challenges here. We, even though we've got this space allocated, we're going to have to carve some space out of here. And I'm going to see if anybody, I'm going to do something right quick and see based on what I do, um, why you think we're going to have to carve some space out of here. So I'm going to grab this door, right? And I'll grab it and I'll say this here and this here. Okay. All right. So I've got these nice big doors going into my conference space now. What is the problem here? Does anybody, let's pause the video and talk about it for a second sometimes. Okay. So what we determined is that we can't have these two double doors that project into this space. And the reason being is because this is our egress path. Look at this. I mean, if I'm in here and I've got to get out of the building, I've got to come down, around, and out, and I might escape through this stairwell. Or even if I choose to escape and go this way, I can't have people rushing this way and this door be open and then be obstructed, right? The same is true here. I can't have people obstructed here. So in order to do that, we're going to have to make a couple of changes. Let's do that real quick and determine that. So I'm going to delete these two doors. And then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click this. I'm going to say create similar. And I'm going to just create a space just like this, right? And I'm going to come back like this. And then I'm going to do that, right? And then I'm going to trim this. And if I trim this and then I go back here to my door, right? And keep in mind, everybody, this isn't the door we're going to use. I need to make this a little bigger. So let me make it a little larger just for the purposes of demonstration right now. You see, here are these doors because, of course, we want these doors to open out, right? We want them to open out. And if I was to take a dimension right now, annotate, aligned, and I just kind of see that's projecting 3 inches into that space. So if I wanted to maximize that, I could. I'm not going to, people. I don't want it to go all the way any further into that space. That 3 inches is plenty enough. In a panic, if people were running out of here and they hit this door and it opened, people coming from other directions wouldn't be obstructed by it. Okay, so the same would be true up here. If I wanted another set of doors on another side of the conference room for convenience, I could make a little alcove right here, or just I want an entrance here and I want an entrance here, right? So what can I do? Well, I can go in here and say create similar, and I can kind of come in here and create some depth and width. you know I don't know that I'm thrilled with that, because if I go and put a door like this here and there, it's opening out now, and I make it a little smaller, right? I can make it a little smaller. Now, here's the other truth, people. I probably don't need both these entrances to my room, but I'm going to have them for the purposes of egress anyway. So now I can SL split this wall right here, and then I can trim this direction, and I can trim this direction, and now you see how I've got that door, and I can move this up a little bit. Sorry, move the wall up a little bit, just to where the door, is just like that. And the same is true here. I could move this wall back if I wanted to, just so it doesn't infringe on my egress path at all, right? Now that's a kind of a weird misshapen conference space. I'm sure you would agree. But we're going to have a workaround here we're going to figure out that we don't necessarily need a double door in this instance because of the size of that space. And I want us to kind of, here's what I'm going to do, people. I'm going to come back here and we're going to figure something out together because, oops, forgot about that. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stop the video and we're going to talk about how we can size this space and figure out exactly what kind of doors that we're going to have in and out of here based on the size of the space and the square footage. And we'll come back and we'll talk about that in the next video. Okay, so let me stop that.